There. Had to clear something off the screen. I chucked my title cards over on top of my keyboard, and it popped up the calculator right in front of the camera, at least in front of the screen that I'm looking at, so I can make sure I'm on camera. I'm Robert McKay. This is Whiskey for Beginners. It's very obviously a thoroughly amateur production. You can't get more amateur than what you're looking at right now. And I want to address something that has puzzled me ever since I heard of it. There's a rule of thumb that for whiskey, you should expect to pay $10 for every year of aging. If you think about it, you can immediately see that that's a crock. Say you've got a 4-year whiskey for $20. It's worth $20. That's how good it is. It's not bad, but it's not any better than that. Well, if it's $10 for every year of aging, that would be a $40 bottle. To get a $20 bottle would have to be 2 years. I have 3 bottles here. A lot of whiskey bottles don't have an age statement on them, but 2 of these do, and 1 you can figure the age. This is a Knob Creek store pick. I'm not sure it's going to show up well. It is a Kelly Liquors. I get it at their Mountain Run location. I'm surprised they still have it, but as you can see, it's barely down. And it has a barrel date of 1/18/2014 and a selected date of 2/10/2023. So that's 9 years. That would make this a $90 bottle. It runs $57, almost $40 less than the $9 or the $10 per year rule would have, and this is worth a lot. This is very good whiskey. It's not cheap whiskey by any means. It's not as expensive as some, but it's certainly not $90, but that's what the rule would have it be. Next, and both these other 2 bottles are from Balcones Distilling in Waco, Texas, we have Baby Blue Corn Whiskey. You'll notice it's not straight corn whiskey, and that is because it's a year old, and straight whiskey has to be at least 2 years. Balcones does idiosyncratic things with their age statements, but as far as I know, they always have one, which I like. Aged at least 12 months in oak. So this is a 1-year-old whiskey. It doesn't look it. That's a nice color for 1 year, isn't it? I've seen 4-year bourbons that weren't any darker, and you can get a Scotch that's 10, 12 years old and is much lighter than that, or an Irish whiskey. If we go by the $10 per year rule, this should be a $10 bottle. It's $40 and worth it. And then the last bottle is Lineage Texas Single Malt, which means it's a barley whiskey. It's made from barley. It's from a single distillery. It's a 100% barley mash bill. And I don't know why we can't just say barley whiskey, mash bill, 100% barley. This is the States, not the UK. Let's speak American English. But this is aged at least 36 months in oak. Now you divide 36 by 12 months in a year, that's 3 years. By the $10 per year rule, this should then be a $30 bottle. But in fact, it's $39.99, $40. So according to the $10 per year rule, it should be $10 cheaper. But it's $40 and worth it. So ever just swallow tamely the notion that whiskey costs $10 per year of age. There are some bottles that cost less than that. There are also bottles that cost more than that. You'll get a $90 bottle that is not 9 years old. You'll get a $100 bottle that's not 10 years old. You'll get a $200 bottle that's only 8 or 10 or 12 years old instead of 20. That rule, I don't know where it came from. I don't know why it persists. Apparently, nobody stops to think about it. But the rule, as far as I can make out, never applies. I have never heard of a bottle where it applies. So don't worry about $10 per year. Just find whiskey you like at a price you can afford and go with it and do that. So, having discoursed and expatiated and ranted, the video comes to a close. This is, by the way, this is what I'm drinking, the Knob Creek. Yankees will call it Knob Creek, even some Southerners. I grew up Knob Creek, and a lot of Southerners will say Creek. I'm drinking Knob Creek. I raise my glass to y'all. Here's mud in your eye.